Hey everybody, the bread maker here. I wanted to take just a quick minute and do a little bit of a breakdown of some of the trades that I've recently taken. For those of you that have been following along, I started sharing that I was getting back into options trading and wanted to share that journey and share some educational videos and stuff like that. I plan on releasing some educational videos and breakdowns of options from kind of the beginner level up to intermediate and then advanced over the next several weeks. So definitely tune into that. But I wanted to just kind of give you a little bit of a breakdown of how things have been going starting out and where that journey has landed itself now. So I'm about a week in to options trading, again getting back into the flow of it, and so far it's gone really well. I'm currently had 6 trades and 6 wins, so account performance has been solid, and trade execution has been really good. So very happy with the overall performance of the account so far. So in this video, I'm just going to kind of take you through a quick breakdown of the few trades that I executed, and kind of show you what I was looking at and what I was doing. And then, like I said, in some of these future videos, I'll be sharing a little bit more of a in-depth understanding of options and how you can utilize it to, trade and, potentially make a larger dollar figure than you would just trading a stock normally. So it's the first trade that I made on AMD, and just as a heads up, what you're seeing on the chart here is a custom strategy that I've built. So it's not something that necessarily you'll be able to add as an indicator specifically, but you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing here, and hopefully I'll be able to share this out with everybody in the future once I'm fully done testing it. But essentially, what you're seeing here is the chart. This is AMD, and this was a trade on August 3rd I took, and the goal essentially is to trade intraday trends or breakouts or breakdowns. Essentially what this strategy does is it identifies potential breakouts or breakdowns within the chart on an intraday period, and then it will identify those, plot those, and signal long or short opportunities, in which case if I'm trading options, these can be calls or puts. So my first trade that I took was on AMD, and this was actually a call option. This actually was probably my worst trade that I took, even though I ended up being profitable on it, and it ended up working out in the long run. As you can see here, I entered, if we zoom in a little bit on this candle right here, it's a red doji candle, which is usually an indecision candle. You can kind of see here it was on declining volume. Probably wasn't the smartest move to take a long call here, and as you can see, starting out, it was not going in my favor. I was down a little bit early on before I got a nice pump in the market that turned this trade into a win for me. But usually I don't want to take an entry on an indecision candle on that breakout. If it's an indecision candle on the breakout, it's not a very clean break, which makes that less interesting for me to enter a trade on. But nonetheless, I ended up hitting on my first trade. This is my first trade back into options last Wednesday, on the 3rd, and ended up going down a little bit, turned around, ended up being a nice win for me here, and was able to take profit, and then kind of just went sideways for the rest of the day. So I was able to exit out. This is on the 5-minute chart of AMD. So you can see here, this was what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, about a half an hour long trade. I was in and out. Most of these trades are designed to be quick scalps. So most of the time when I'm trading this, and if I'm in a trade for more than like 30 to 45 minutes, that's kind of longer than normal in most cases. So that's the first trade. Let's go over to JNJ, which was the second trade. And the great thing about options, you can see here, is this is another one. Second trade, candle was a little bit indecisive here as well. It was a little bit of a bigger doji candle, but a little bit more of a still indecision. We kind of went sideways for a couple minutes. But the great thing about options trading is you can make a decent amount of money on very small moves. This wasn't a tiny move. You can see here, I entered around $170.90, and I exited around $171.22. So it's about a 30-cent move in JNJ, but this yielded a little over 10% returns on this specific trade. So it was really nice to see that, you don't really need a massive move to generate decent, trade volume. Obviously, if you had made that trade as just a singular trade for yourself, with not trading options, it would have been you would have been trading for like 0.1%, returns. But in this case, with options trading, you're able to generate a lot more returns through that. So this was a nice win for me here on this one. Was able to take 10% and get out before market started kind of going downwards from there. Third trade was Verizon. I actually took back-to-back Verizon trades. This trade actually the first one took a little bit longer to play out, as you can see here. I felt pretty good about it. I think I may have ultimately I didn't hold it too long, but I probably should have cut it around here when it was in the 3260s. But anyways, as you can see here, compared to the AMD and the JNJ trade, this candle was much more decisive in terms of it was a long-bodied red candle, full, and breaking down. So I ended up opening a put option on this trade, and we got a nice little rundown right off the bat, 3, 4, 5 candles. Probably shouldn't have gotten greedy and taken that. I was up about 10-ish% around this time. Probably should have just taken that. Ultimately I ended up making a little bit more than that, but we got a lot of sideways action throughout the rest of the day. I ended up holding this trade pretty much through almost the rest of the day, and ended up exiting down here at about 3260. And I think I ended up making about 16% on this trade. So overall, another really good trade. This one was probably my best trade that I had taken so far. Was this third trade here. Out of the first 3, this was my best signaled entry. That was a confirmed smart decision to make. Next day, I ended up actually trading Verizon again. This was also another one, nice, pretty long candled, long-bodied red candle that broke down below the intraday, support level. So I went ahead and opened up a put to short this. And another one, we got really good confirmation on this one. I was in and out of this in like 45 minutes, and it was almost straight down from where my entry was. I was instantly in profit and just kind of stayed in profit all the way through that trade. So that was really good. Obviously, you can see here, there could have been a bigger move there. I'm one that's more interested on exiting, quickly and early, and not really, holding for a super long amount of time. I like to get in, get out, lock in my profit, and move on to the next trade, rather than, play the coulda, woulda, shoulda game on, oh man, I could have held it for this long and made this amount of money type of thing. I kind of just cut it. As long as I'm in profit, no one's going to complain about making money every day. So my goal is to have a profitable day, close out, and move on to the next one. And as you can see here, these are all separate day trades. So I'm not sitting here holding these trades for, an exorbitant amount of time. Now, what I will say is after these first 3 trades, this was my 4th trade. And if you look over here to the right, this is my account balance. As you can see, I don't have $25,000 in there, so I cannot day trade. After I've made 3 day trades, I have to wait 5 business days before my day trades open back up. So what I'm doing now on these trades is I'm opening up a vertical spread to lock in profit. So around here, I'll open up a vertical spread, and then regardless if price goes up or down, for the most part, it'll just be kind of like a couple dollar move, left and right. And we'll get into that a little bit at the end, towards the end of this video, a little bit further, but that'll be another separate video in and of itself, because it's a little bit complicated on how to, handle the vertical spread side of things. But I'll definitely create a video on how you can lock in profits without having a day trade utilizing vertical spreads. It's a pretty cool concept for sure. So those were my 2 trades on Verizon back to back. They went really well. And then my trade today was on ORCL, another really good trade. Again, I got a long bodied candle breakdown here, and I was able to enter on that breakdown, and pretty much immediately saw a move to the downside. So overall, this was a really good trade. I actually closed up around here, and it was I wasn't in this trade for very long. It was few candlesticks straight down. I exited at 114.40, which is right here, where I exited on that candle. And when I say exited, due to the fact that I don't have day trades available, that's when I opened up a vertical spread to lock in profit. So as you can see, pretty much instantaneously got a really nice move to the downside and was able to lock in profit on the breakdown again. So far I've had two shorts and 3 or three shorts and two long entries, I think, so far. So, it can go either way. And as you can see, like, I'm only trading once a day. I'm pretty much like, my goal is to try and find a good trade early in the morning and when the markets are open. As you can see, almost every one of these trades, flipping through these were almost all taken at the beginning of the day. Within the first like hour of the market being open, I'm entering these trades, and most of the time within the first 2 hours of the market being open, I'm pretty much out of these trades. So, they're quick in and outs. I don't spend a whole lot of them. I usually trade once a day, and then I'm on to my next thing for the day, and, on to other endeavors to do other things for the day. So that's that. And then over here on the right side, I wanted to share this so you can see that, I'm not just drawing lines on the chart and making stuff up over here. Today was the Oracle trade. You can see I entered here, and then, pretty much instantaneously got a run up. And then right about here is where I flip this to a vertical spread, and now you can see that price movement has just kind of gone sideways. It's like $3 here, $3 there, up and down, and it's because I have a sell put and a buy put, which are essentially working against each other. So when the market's going up, the sell put is making money, and when the markets are going down, the buy put is making money. So essentially, they're just kind of teeter-tottering each other, which allows me to, allow this trade to just kind of go sideways the rest of the day without me having to, or when I'm not available to use a day trade, it kind of just can flow sideways within like a $10 range. So I'm not really risking. I've already pretty much locked in almost all of my profit for the day. Like, I'm up $65 on the day, and this is going to probably range in like a $10 range, and then tomorrow morning I can close both sides of this out, and there we go. I've locked in my profit. Didn't have to use a day trade. And then just so you can see on the weekly, you can see the week here, I'm up about 21% overall on my account. Now, I did mention earlier that I had, some wins here for 10% here, 10% there, but I'm not using my full account balance on any of these trades. Most of these trades, I'm using about 33% of my overall account balance. So when I say I made, 10% on a trade, I made 10% of 33% of my overall portfolio, not 10% on my entire portfolio. But anyways, since I started doing this last Wednesday, I'm net over 20% returns on this account. I just threw, $1,000 in here to play with at first, but, so far, like I said, 6 for 6, haven't lost a trade yet. Things have been going really well. So, hopefully I plan on, here in the near future, adding some more funds and playing with a little bit of a larger, bankroll. So, that's it. Just wanted to kind of throw a quick video out there with a breakdown of my trades, kind of verifying, showing that I'm actually, making money here, not just making stuff up. And that's it. And like I said, I'm really excited to kind of share what I'm learning and what I'm breaking down for you guys, and kind of really teach others how to trade options. Because I think if you can do it in a smart way, and de-risk yourself a little bit, there's ways where you can generate pretty good profits on a regular basis without risking a ton in your portfolio. So I think it's a great way to potentially add an additional income to your day-to-day lives. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe if you don't mind. There's gonna be a lot more content coming that's gonna be really educational, and I can't wait for it. So love if you guys would engage and share it out, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.